Hi everyone, my name is Angelica and I am with the SAISD Foundation, and today we're chatting with Dana Wran, who is a special ed educator at Cotton Academy, and we're going to be talking to her about a mini grant that she received from us for flexible seating in reading intervention. So Dana, can you tell me a little bit about your grant?
Yeah, so I wanted to apply for a flexible seating grant because I do service students with disabilities, different diverse learners, and especially in a reading intervention program where they're below grade level, there's definitely a difference in the engagement and motivation to keep learning. So I really believe in student choice and that the environment plays a part in that learning. So I got flexible seating chairs, which are these yoga ball chairs.
Which she's sitting on right now.
Like that. So I really thought it was important that for students to be engaged in the learning process, that they could come in, choose where they wanted to sit, how they want to sit. You don't have to sit like in a desk, in a chair. We also work on the computers. So it kind of keeps them even like more independently working. You can move. I'm not standing there saying like, no, sit here and write this. So I felt like that student choice in seating was very important to keep that engagement going. I've also, some of my students, they do have more energetic behaviors, and it has helped them kind of calm down and focus more on their learning. And they can sit there and do a workbook, sit there on the computer, and they get to kind of move, they get that energy out. I teach about 3rd grade through 8th grade. So across all grade levels, they're kind of more independent. And I've seen a difference. Instead of just sitting in a chair and saying like, let's read this, let's work on this, they're able to kind of own more of their learning environment.
That's so fun. And so you have the flexible seating now, and part of that, you've been able to implement this in the current school year. And have you seen any improvement in any student learning or student success after implementing the flexible seating?
Yeah, I've had a student for about 2 years, and he used to come to class and just feel like he was very tired, he was very unmotivated. He shared with me that he didn't feel like teachers believed in him, so I really felt like for him that environment played a part in him learning how to read, which is very important. So after using the chairs, it does keep him awake. You can move around. I think that's a big part. And I think he just feels more welcome when coming into reading intervention.
Because he has a space that like really feels like it's his own.
And we make like a community agreement, and there's even rules to like the chairs that they're kind of allowed to be more individualized. The students move them around the room.
What are the rules?
Well, we can't like rough play, right? They can't like jump and bounce like very, very high. So actually a student shared with me this morning, she likes it because it does make learning more fun, but she knows there's rules to it. So it's like, great, good. Because sometimes kids also like, they'll not fight over them. So I do rearrange them depending on how many students I have in the room. Yeah.
That's super fun.
Yeah.
But you have received multiple grants from our foundation, right? Do you want to talk about what this is?
Yeah, so 2 years ago, I wanted to also about like the learning environment, and I can grab.
This is sand, and
It's
so
sand.
it just looks really fun.
So I teach a lot of like phonics and reading skills, sight words, and I just wanted a different way for students to be able to practice those words. So whenever I teach new words, I do give my students at least once a week time to write it in sand.
So they literally like learn spelling.
Yeah. So I'll say write card, and they'll write the word card. And then they're able, it's one of those things where they're also not being forced like paper and pencil, they like shake it off. So even if it's kind of a mistake, I'm like, it's okay, we're just gonna like move around the sand and you can start over. For that was also student choice really important, because I let them, like they can pick the color, we switch it out every week. So I've always felt that in reading intervention, that choice and engagement is what keeps the kids going. Just because it's hard to learn how to read when you're not on grade level.
Absolutely. So do you think you would be able to, would you have been able to accomplish what you have with your students without the support of the foundation and the grants you received?
I do not. I really think I was able to have these unique opportunities for my students through that grant money. I'm also someone that donates myself. I donate every year.
Do really appreciate it.
With my teacher budget and as a special education teacher teaching tons of kids with diverse needs, I would not have been able to provide these materials with them. I've reapplied again to even get more chairs, and I do plan to apply every year.
So would you encourage other educators to participate in our grant program?
Yes, I definitely would encourage other people to participate and apply, especially if you have that need that you cannot afford. I didn't want my room to be, we do lots of different small groups, and I didn't want it always to be like, you have to sit at that desk in this chair. I didn't always want to say, this is how you have to write your spelling words, but to be able to get those materials and change my classroom environment for my students, the SAISD Foundation Grant really helped out in that. So I encourage anyone to apply.
Well, that's amazing, and thank you so much for your time, Dana. I think what you're doing with your students is definitely impactful, and I'm sure that your students feel the same way. So if you have any interest about learning more about our grant program, you can visit SAISDfoundation.com to learn more and learn how to donate as well. So thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you watching.